Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to throw a basic cup shape. Alright, using about a pound of clay, so it's going to be a larger cup. Alright, center my clay, squeeze it up into a cone. Alright, push it back down into itself. Alright, you got to squeeze it up into a cone. Alright, push it back down into itself. Alright, by squeezing it up, pushing it back down into a mound, you're really like wedging the clay, right? Forming a nice even consistency on the inside as well as the outside. I'm going to open my form, right? Anytime your hands become sticky, add a little water, right? Use your sponge, right? If you open completely, right? You want the bottom to be about an inch, a pin tool thick, like a half an inch, right? Right, so that's about a quarter, maybe inch. That's fine. In the beginning, right, you want to make sure it's thin enough, right, so you don't have all that excess clay down there, right? That clay, right, I'm going to stretch out, create a nice flat bottom, right? Then I'm going to go back in, compress my bottom, and I'm going to compress my wall. Okay? Don't forget to compress your wall as you're making forms. Right, before you start anything, make sure your wall is a nice even consistency, right? That will help you optimize, right, the height of your cylinder. Okay, I'm going to squeeze this right up, follow through, compress my rim, right, go back down into the foot area. I'm going to push really firm down here. Right, squeeze this up. Oop, so I got a little twist there. Right, so I'm going to straighten that out. Right, go back over it. Right, using the side of my finger. I try to straighten that twist out. Right, notice my rim became flared out. We can collar that back in. Right, again, collar it in. Okay. I'm going to go back now and make sure that area is nice and straight. Okay, so whenever you pull a little aggressively, right, you're running into the chance of the clay twisting, and that's what happened at this bottom section here. Right, it's still thick enough. It just I pulled too aggressively, and it got to be. My hands might have been a little dry, so it formed that little twist. So this is a mug, definitely on the larger side, right? So I'm going to actually trim this down, right, significantly, because I don't need it to be that tall. I'm going to smooth out my interior, my rim. Okay. Go back into the body, right, nice and even, right. Collar this in a little bit, bring it up. Create a little interior, kind of inward bend at the lip. Okay. I'm going to trim my excess clay, my base. Right. Over here. Right. So I'm going to modify the shape of this one a little. Right. So after you have a nicely shaped, consistent piece, right, all nice, even, consistent thickness, you could decide, you know, if you're going to modify it or not, right? I like to put some asymmetrical lines in here. Just do a couple little zigzags with my rib tool. I'm going to again stretch out the inside a little bit. Right, go back over this rim, right? Secure the rim. Lock in your hands. Make sure your rim gets to nice symmetrical, right? Slow down my wheel a little. Right, I got a simple design, right? I'm gonna put a little indent right there. All right, so a little belly button for this piece. Right, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trim the bottom area, right? So my fingers can lift it off. I'm gonna use my wire tool, press firmly, right? Give it a little spin, slice straight through. Right, pop this off. Okay, there we go.